The latest, Putin says G7 criticism of Russia is chatter. Tajikistan President Emomali Rahman, left, Russian President Vladimir Putin, center, and Chinese President Xi Jinping, right, walk for talks at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) summit in Qingdao in eastern China's Shandong province Sunday, June 10, 2018. AP photo, Alexander Zemlyanichenko, Qingdao, China. AP, the latest on Russian President Vladimir Putin's remarks at a summit of the Chinese and Russian-dominated Shanghai Cooperation Organization in the eastern city of Qingdao. All times local, _____ 4 p.m. Russian President Vladimir Putin has scoffed at the G7's accusations against Russia as mere chatter. Putin told reporters in Qingdao, China, that the group's statement that accused Russia of destabilizing actions was based on a shaky foundation, as were allegations of Russian involvement in the poisoning of ex-Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter. Speaking after the summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization on Sunday, Putin said, once again, nothing concrete was said. Commenting on the G7 statement, Putin said, "It's time to stop that chatter and deal with real issues." Britain blamed Russia for the poisoning of the Skripals with a nerve agent in March in the British city of Salisbury. The accusations Moscow has vehemently denied. The Skripals were in critical condition for weeks before recovering. ____3:35 p.m. Russian President Vladimir Putin says it wasn't his country's decision to leave the group of industrialized nations then known as the G8. Russia was expelled from the grouping in 2014 after it invaded and annexed Crimea and for its support for pro-Russia separatists in Ukraine. President Donald Trump suggested ahead of arriving at the G7 summit Friday that the group offer a seat at the table to Russia. Putin, speaking after the summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in the Chinese port city of Qingdao, said Sunday that it was the other member states' decision to skip a scheduled summit in Russia in 2014 and that they are welcome to Russia. Trump had said Saturday that readmitting Russia to the elite club would be an asset, telling reporters, "We're looking for peace in the world, _____ 3 p.m. Russian President Vladimir Putin says he's happy to meet with President Donald Trump once Washington is ready to hold the summit. Putin, speaking to reporters in Qingdao, China, where he attended a summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, says Trump has voiced concern about a renewed arms race. He says he agrees with that, adding that a thorough discussion is needed to address the issue. Putin says some nations including Austria have offered to host his summit with Trump. Putin's remarks follow a report that White House officials were working towards setting up a meeting. Trump has said he was open to having a summit with Putin, who U.S. intelligence officials have said directed Russian meddling in the 2016 election to help Trump win. The American leader has repeatedly said he wants to improve relationships with Moscow. _____ 1:30 p.m. Russian President Vladimir Putin says counterterrorism efforts are a priority for a regional grouping led by Moscow and Beijing. Addressing Sunday's summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Qingdao, China, Putin said a new agreement approved by the bloc spells out plans for joint anti-terror efforts for the next 3 years. The bloc includes China, Russia, 4 ex-Soviet Central Asian nations, India and Pakistan. Putin said the bloc's new counterterrorism agreement foresees joint drills, exchanging information and conducting coordinated anti-terror action. He emphasized the need for the group to closely follow the situation in Afghanistan to fend off the threats posed by militants in the country. Founded in 2001, the Beijing-based bloc was originally conceived as a vehicle for resolving border issues, fighting terrorism and, more implicitly, to counter American influence in Central Asia following its invasion of Afghanistan. 1 p.m. Russian President Vladimir Putin is hailing a planned summit of the United States and North Korea. Speaking Sunday at a gathering of leaders of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Qingdao, China, the Russian leader noted Beijing's contribution to helping defuse tensions around North Korea. Putin says Russia welcomes the planned summit of the U.S. and North Korea and notes China's big contribution to helping settle the crisis on the Korean peninsula. He referred to a meeting of President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Singapore on Tuesday, saying, "We positively view the intentions of Pyongyang, Seoul and Washington to reach a comprehensive settlement of the crisis through talks." Putin noted that Russia and China have emphasized the need for talks to reduce tensions. 12:30 p.m. Russian President Vladimir Putin has criticized the U.S. withdrawal from the Iranian nuclear deal in a speech at a regional summit in China. Speaking during a summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Qingdao on Sunday, Putin emphasized that the bloc members are worried about the U.S. move. The bloc includes China, Russia along with 4 ex-Soviet Central Asian nations, as well as India and Pakistan. Putin says Washington's decision to exit the agreement could destabilize the situation in the region. He adds Moscow will continue to honor its obligations under the Iranian nuclear deal. Last month, President Donald Trump pulled out of former President Barack Obama's landmark 2015 nuclear accord with Iran over the objections of European allies and other nations. Copyright 2018 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, written or redistributed.